Hello, sports movie fans, and welcome to Locker Room Flicks Podcast. I am your host, Frank Sullivan, and with me is my co-host, Frank Darling. Frank, how are you today?
Good. Pretty chilly here.
Pretty chilly here.
Been chilly for a while. It's 62 a high today. I know it don't seem chilly to you, but it's been.
Yeah.
This is the coldest it's been since I've lived here.
Really? I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Consistently, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was warm
Yeah.
yesterday, and then this morning it got pretty cold. It's supposed to get colder. That's for sure.
Yeah. And it's been raining here, Frank. It doesn't rain this time of year. It doesn't.
Really?
It rains every other day. I remember last year it didn't rain I think it rained once from January to February.
Really?
Once. January to March. Rained once. So I don't know what's going on. This is
We
crazy.
got that cold blast is coming in from Kansas City, huh?
Yeah.
Did you watch that game last night?
City. Yeah, I watched some of it. That was.
I know it was on late. Pretty crazy,
You couldn't even kick the ball. You had to just. I mean, kicking it off. You just had to squib it.
Yeah,
It's so hard.
I still don't think it's been as cold as the Ice Bowl, but
No.
I was watching some of it.
It was. Yeah.
It was cold.
It's crazy.
Boy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm.
You know, I have on DVD. I have it was like the history of the Green Bay Packers. I have the it's like another bonus disc. I have the Ice Bowl on DVD.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. I don't think I've watched
Back in the days of Lombardi. Yeah.
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 That
was something. There's no Lombardis out there, that's for sure.
Yeah. I know. No, that's for sure. So what do you think? Do you think that my Packers have a chance?
Yeah, they do. It matters what Dallas does, just like Miami. I think if Miami even played home, I don't know what they would have done. They always die in the end of the year. It's the same old story.
Yeah, I know.
They always do. That was their first playoff game in like 20 years or something.
I know.
Yeah, I think my Jets are bad. I mean, at least the Jets were there in 2013.
I know.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I mean, it's going to be interesting. If Dallas plays, unfortunately, the way they've been playing, I don't think you win at all. But if they don't, then we'll see.
I know. Well, they have that little thing over their head where they haven't really won a playoff game
No, Dallas hasn't. No.
In a long time, and I know I think the last 10 meetings against the Packers, Packers are 10 and something. They only lost one.
Yeah, and they gotta stop Aaron Jones.
Yeah, that guy came.
Bears couldn't stop him. That's why if the Bears could have stopped him, that would have been a good game. They couldn't stop him from running. Yeah, so it's like anything else. I mean, how about Houston yesterday? They dismantled.
I tell you, it was in a matter of two possessions, the Browns lost the game.
Yeah, and Flacco showed his true colors in the end. 2 pick sixes.
2 picks.
I told you that. I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah,
he's always done.
It was just like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess you kind of got to put it on him.
Well, no, I didn't mean it that way. I'm just saying it's over though. He did a nice job. He got them 3 wins. He did okay. He got a good offensive line. He could sit back there. Remember, he was on the Jets, and he couldn't do nothing on the Jets because they have no offensive line. That's why.
Man, those Texans, man, they were after him.
They were, yeah.
Stroud is the
real. That Stroud's the real deal.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. I don't know how far they're going to go, but
I watched that game and it was right after halftime, and they were pretty close. They were only down by 10.
Oh yeah,
or something like that.
Started
and then,
out good.
Like I said, in a matter, it was just 2 interceptions back to back.
Yeah,
and the game was over. It was over in a matter of 2 possessions.
Yeah, no shame.
But
whatever.
No. What can you do, right?
Well, Deshaun Watson, their quarterback did get hurt. He had to get his arm. He got to get his shoulder repaired. So
yeah.
Who knows if he played? Maybe they would have beat him. Who knows? You have no idea. So.
I did win one parlay last night. Won like $40. So
what'd you have?
The Chiefs game. I had let's see here. I know I had Mahomes rushing yards.
Right.
It was like 20 something yards. I had let me see here. I'll look real quick. I had the Chiefs winning.
Right.
I know that for a fact. It was only a 4-leg, and I did like $5.
Yeah.
And then I had the under points, 43 points.
Is that what it was? The under 43?
Yeah, it was like they scored 30 something.
Yeah.
And then touchdown with Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
it's
I have
good.
4 legs, $45.
Yeah.
I knew I'm
Those are
betting.
good bets. I mean, they're good bets now because the game's over. But this is like
Yeah,
good bets though.
a lot of the ones like I got some ones going today.
Right.
I'm guessing, like I said, a lot of the indoor games are going to be high scoring.
Oh, I
That's
think
kind of
so.
what I was going with.
I
Like
agree
in a lot
totally.
of the outdoor games,
Yeah.
low scoring. So I got the one real quick before I go. So I got the six leg parlay. I have the 2 games yesterday. So I
Right.
did just over and unders. So I got
Okay.
over for the Cleveland game, and I got under for the Chiefs game.
Right.
So I have the other 4 games. I have the under for the Pittsburgh game,
Right.
the over for it's like I said, the 2 indoor games,
Right.
the Cowboys, Green Bay,
Yeah.
Rams and Lions, and then I
Yep.
got the under for. So I hit the 2 legs so far. So I got 4
Good.
more.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So you didn't.
So
If you're
it's
smart,
still going.
you didn't play nothing on your Green Bay team, right?
Um,
That's a,
no, I
that's
didn't.
a that's a no. Don't ever do that because I learned
No, I
that a
know.
long time ago.
I know.
That's like the kiss of death. You
I
did
know.
though. I know you did.
I honestly I haven't really been doing a lot of like the winners. I just kind of been doing like yards,
That's smart.
overs.
Yeah. Well, that's smart that way. I mean, in that case, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to
But
play just
anyways,
the points. Just the
yeah.
and I would never include the Jets in any of those games. If I played 5 games or something, a parlay, I would never
Yeah.
play them. Never. It was a
No,
kiss
I
of
know.
death for me. That's why I never did it.
I
For me,
know.
it was, anyways. I guess when you had Aaron Rodgers, you could have did it for 10 years, but
I know.
I never had that.
Who knows? All right. Well, let's get into the movie. I know we're
Okay.
boring people to death. So.
Me not. They like that stuff. All right. Here's the introduction to the movie. We'll do a little different this year.
Okay.
Southpaw was the movie we watched. It was released on July 24th, 2000.
Mm-hmm. What's 10?
Box off.
I was gonna say July 24th. Yeah.
Yeah. Box office info. Opening weekend was 16.7 million. It grossed 91.9 in 2015, which was the same date then Jonathan was born.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Million worldwide and had a budget of $30 million. Directed by Antoine Fuqua, written by Kurt Sutter, Sons of Anarchy, starring Jake Gyllenhaal as Billy Hope, Forrest Whitaker as Tick Wills, Rachel McAdams as Maureen Hope, 50 Cent as Jordan Maines, and
Yeah, I know.
Lawrence as Leela.
Yeah.
The simple synopsis: after a fatal incident sends him on a rampant path of destruction, a champion boxer fights to get custody of his daughter and revive his professional career. It was nominated for 6 different awards, not really big awards, just didn't win anything, but yeah.
Right.
And then the runtime was 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah,
You watched it on Paramount Plus. I watched it on Vudu. And that's about it. So we'll get back into it. This is a good one. So we'll have some fun with this one. So now we're going to do the best part of the show, Frank's 5 fun facts. Well, let's see what you got with this one. All right, buddy, go ahead.
This wasn't too much on this, actually. So since Jake Gyllenhaal had to lose 30 pounds for his role in Nightcrawler, he only had to regain 50 pounds for the role of Billy Hope. So I guess the training was 2 times a week, 7 days a week. For 5 months, Jake Gyllenhaal undertook a daily routine of 2,000 push-ups, 2,000 sit-ups, 200 push-ups and squats, 100 pull-ups, and a 6-mile run. Imagine?
That's getting into the role. I know.
I'm exhausted.
I'm just saying that's very
that.
impressive. Very impressive, yeah.
Yeah. He was in great shape for the movie.
He certainly was.
Unbelievable.
Was, yeah. He was. That was a good one. Those are good.
Fact number 2: Eminem was originally scouted for the role. which he accepted and started filming. The film had to be put on hold as Eminem wanted to focus on his music career. So the role was given to Jake
Yeah,
Gyllenhaal.
so you can. Good.
Eminem.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say Eminem appeared in 2 songs for the movie, Phenomenon and Kings Never Die, and he was also the executive producer for the rest of the soundtrack.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's his music.
So I guess that's probably why 50 Cent was. 50 Cent's kind of like his boy.
Okay.
You know.
Wow. And I could see Eminem playing that part though. You don't think so? No?
I don't know. I can kind of, but I mean, I don't know, dude. That role. You see what kind of stuff he had to put himself into. He was in for a grueling. I did like, 8 Mile was a very good movie. I did like that movie.
I've seen parts of it.
That
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Parts of it, yeah.
Did is he built like him or? He's thinner, right?
I don't think so. Not really. He's thin. Don't get me wrong. He's thin, but I mean, muscular is not what I think of him. That. I mean,
yeah, he's just thin.
He's not fat or overweight. He's in good shape, but he's not. No. I mean, he's not like gym. Gym worthy. I saw one of the there's 3 other guys that were considered for the role of Billy. So it was Ryan Gosling, Bradley Cooper, and Jeremy Renner. So like those guys, I could see
Renner
it off.
Bradley Cooper's pretty big though. He's tall. I
don't know if I could see Gosling.
Yeah, I could see Renner though.
I mean, he's in good shape, but yeah, Renner, definitely. Absolutely, yeah. All right, so fact number 3, Antoine Fuqua had no money to play James Horner to compose the film due to the film's short budget. However, Horner did not care as he loved the idea of the film, so he decided to do it for free. This was his next to last film score as producer, as James Horner died in a plane crash.
Yeah, I know.
In June. Yeah, it's crazy, huh? His last film was released later that year, and it was the remake of the Magnificent Seven.
Which was really good. Yeah, if you've seen it was really good.
That was really good.
He did a nice job with that, considering at the first one. Yeah, did a great job.
Yeah. So that's why if you look at the end, they put a little thing as it was a thing to tribute to him. Let's see here. Fact number 4: the boxing scene shot in Las Vegas and Madison Square Garden were all done at the same location over the course of 2 weeks. The Indiana University of Pennsylvania was used to simulate both fight locations.
That's interesting.
So that's where they filmed it. Yeah. And then my last fact is kind of a little bit similar to that. So the scene where Billy Hope meets Tick Willis at the boxing school was actually filmed in Pittsburgh, but it was made to look like the Bronx section of New York. The street signs were changed, New York cabs were brought in, and fake graffiti was painted on the walls to give the authentic look of New York City.
That. I love when they do stuff like that. That's...
I know, it's little stuff like that you don't realize.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. That was pretty wild. Well, Frank, that was excellent. Those were good. Those were good facts, man. Really interesting. A lot of hard work went into that. I'll tell you, by a lot of people. Yeah.
Oh, I know. So this was, we talk about. Is this the first time you've seen this movie? Time. No. Yeah. Oh, so you've seen this movie. When it came out. Okay.
Yeah.
I have not seen this movie. What are your overall thoughts on it? You like it?
I think it was.
Really?
It was 2 hours long, but it was good. It was good. I liked it. I liked the way it was done. Good. I thought it was good. Good fighting scenes. I thought the camera angles were good.
Yes.
The blood, the way they did the whole thing. It looked like a real fight when you watched it. The way they photographed it. It looked like a real boxing scene. A real boxing fight, like you were watching a real fight. That's what I liked about it. It was very well done.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, my overall thing is like I said, I did enjoy the movie. It lacks something. I don't know what the word is. I don't know. It was missing a little something. Maybe it was just missing. I would have liked to seen what's his face in it longer.
Forrest Whitaker.
What's the
Yeah,
guy?
he's a good actor.
Yes,
He's a very good actor. Yeah.
he's a good actor, and I feel like he needed a little. And Jake Gyllenhaal is that like B actor, right?
He's
He's good. He's very good, but he hasn't been anything great. I guess that's the
I
biggest thing
agree
with
with you
him. You know what
totally.
I
Yeah,
mean?
he's a weird. He plays a lot of weird parts. He does. That
Yes,
Nightcrawler, I
absolutely.
saw that. That's a weird one. There's a couple other one. Yeah, there's a
That's a
couple
weird
others I've
one.
seen him in. He's just a weird. He's really not. I've seen him on the. He was on what's his name show, Howard Stern. He was on there, and you could see he's normal. There's nothing wrong with him. I mean, I'm just saying, but the parts he plays are always. You can never. When you watch him in a movie, you don't know if he's good or bad, or he's always a little shaky. I don't know what it
He's
is.
and you're right. I don't want to say he's never. I'm not saying he's never the star, but it's like he was in a few other things that where he was always with some. Like he was in
Yes.
Brokeback Mountain,
Well,
but I
different
mean,
whole
that was Heath
whole
Ledger.
different part. Whole different part.
Oh,
I think he's a great actor.
Whole different part. I mean, he's been in tons of films.
He's in Spider-Man. Yeah, he's in a Spider-Man.
Yep.
He was supposedly the good guy in it, but he really wasn't. But yeah.
He's been in tons of films, but I guess I don't know. He's a great looking
no doubt
guy,
about it. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Good shape. I mean, I don't know, it's something I don't know. And I'm sure he makes good living being the actor he does, but
saying what
I don't
you
know
said.
what it is.
He's been nominated for an Oscar, but he's never won though. Yeah, Forrest Whitaker's the only one to win.
Yeah.
The other ones were Naomi Harris and Rachel McAdams. They're the only ones that have been nominated. I'm just saying, so he's been nominated. He has had, so I guess they thought he was good for that. So I'm just saying, I don't know what it was. I don't know what movie it was. I'm sure I saw it, which it was. But and remember, Rachel McAdams is from The Notebook, so.
Whew. I tell you, man.
Yeah. She wasn't in
That was kind of. It was disappointing.
She wasn't in the movie long enough.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. No, unfortunately, they had her dressed kind of like a hooker.
Hey, can I ask you one question here? That scene, I never understood it. I watched the. I've seen the movie like this is my third time I watched it. Number one? I guess we're not doing any investigation. I know has nothing to do with the movie, but they shot her. Okay, they shot her. No investigation. Nobody cares who killed her, and nobody helped her. They're all late. They're all walking around her. And could you put some
They're all
pressure on her thing where she's bleeding?
Yeah, it's just kind of like.
She got shot like right here in the stomach. She didn't get shot in the heart. She died in like 2 seconds. Come on.
No, I know. She died very quick, and they're all just kind of standing around.
That was a little weird. You got 1,000 people there. You didn't have one person, a medical person or anybody. That was a little. I guess that's the bunch. Yeah, that was far-fetched. That's just a little note I had of it. I thought it was. I guess we'll never find out, but I think it was what he called Miguel's one of his guards.
Yeah, it was one of his guards.
It was more of like a mistake than anything. I don't think they meant to shoot her.
Yeah, it was definitely a mistake. It was one of his guys. So Jake, what was it here? So one of Billy's guys pulled out his gun. Oh, that's
right. Yeah.
And then, but it was the other guy must have pulled out his. What's the main boxer he faced?
Miguel. Miguel, right?
Ramon.
I don't know his real name. Miguel. Yeah.
Yeah, Miguel. I forget. Yeah. It was one of his guys took out his gun and shot him.
I know it wasn't. Accident, so. I know it wasn't on purpose. And no.
And they hid the gun.
Yeah,
and that was it.
If he just kept walking, he'd still be alive. And that's what you got to do. You got to do it.
You know what? You're right. You got to walk away, but that was his. Bad. It seemed that his fighting style.
Yep.
He was very.
I agree with you.
Very
totally.
Angry.
I know.
He had that aggression, and ultimately you do need some sort of aggression for that sport.
Yep.
But
yeah, I know.
After that, it's what the guy said to him. He's like, "Do you need me to talk to your bitch or something like that?"
In the last round,
in the ring or something. It was like,
that's messed up. That's what
yes, yeah.
That's messed up stuff.
No, I know.
But yeah, Forrest Whitaker, he played a good part as the that head of the gym there.
Yeah.
I like him. He's a good actor. And
Yeah, he was good. Yeah, I would have said it
yeah,
would have
me
been
too.
nice to
I
see
agree
him
with you.
longer,
But it was nice in
more.
the end. I'm not going to jump there yet. But it was nice in the end what happened. So that's good. The girl was good. The young girl played a good part. Una Lawrence. Yeah, it's Leela Hope. Yeah,
Oh,
she
the
played a nice
daughter.
nice part. Yeah.
Yeah, that that definitely was a
Yeah,
good
it
part of
was.
the story, and it touched me. It got me all choked up at the end.
Oh, I
Now
know.
having
Yeah,
a
yeah. There
daughter,
you go.
you know,
See? Oh, yeah,
it got
yeah,
me all choked up a little bit.
yeah. It's
But yeah, no, she played a good character. I'm just trying to look at her IMDb and
she's
trying to
21
see
now.
if
I
she's
think
done.
she's 21 years old,
She's
right?
born in. She was born in.
Yeah,
She
so
was born
she's
in
21.
'02,
Yeah, she'll almost be
so
almost 22. Yeah.
she's 23.
Yep.
Yeah, she's in Pete's
Yeah, she was in
Dragon,
Pete's
Bad
Dragon. I remember
Moms.
seeing that on there.
She's
Yeah.
been in a bunch
Yeah,
of
she'll be
stuff too.
fine. She'll
Yeah,
be a good actress. Um, and 50
yeah,
Cent's good. I
absolutely.
like 50 Cent. He's a good actor. He is. Good
He
actor.
he. It's funny too because, like I said at the beginning of the movie, he's just like he's like a family
Yeah.
member and this and that. But then as soon as
Oh
it
yeah.
all just come
See you later.
crushing down,
But
see
hey,
ya.
that's the way it is, though. I like it. It's realistic. Soon as the cash cow's gone, they go to the next one. That's his job. That's what he does.
Yeah,
It's not a
yeah.
personal thing. I think he
Hmm.
liked him. I think he liked him. And I want to
No,
ask you something. Who pays the bills in the house? I didn't understand that. I guess nobody does. Well, I know those kind of people
I
like
don't
Mike
know.
Tyson, Elvis Presley. I'll never forget it in the movie Elvis. He says, "Elvis, you don't have any more money. You've been spending money left and people don't realize it. I don't think they get it. I bought 5 cars,
Yeah.
bought 6 Cadillacs.
Well, and it too. I think a lot of it falls on the
I agree
guys'
totally. Yep, you're
management
right.
because they have people that
Yeah, yeah.
manage their money, and a lot of them say, hey, you're broke. You
And they
don't
look
have
at you
any
like,
money. You just keep spending and spending. If you don't have anybody to kind of like give you a
exactly.
weekly update
Yeah.
on what you spend,
Well, that was
it's
a
like
big part of the movie because he loses
you
everything.
don't know.
He loses everything. His whole house. They lost it. And that's they do too. They come and
Yep.
take it. Yeah.
So I guess briefly, what happens is he gets he
Yeah.
starts spiraling out of control. He's about to lose it. First I thought he was going to kill himself, but he's
No.
not that type
No.
of guy.
No. Yeah. And he's got his
Remember,
daughter
he's
too.
got the
I mean,
gun.
he got his daughter to some extent. Yeah.
He was
Oh
looking
yeah.
to
Oh
murder
yeah.
someone.
Oh, that's
So
right.
that was
Yeah, that's
just that
right.
guy. And then he gets into the car accident, and here's the crazy thing: he
Yeah.
hit that tree pretty damn good. And then the next scene, you see him on the floor in his foyer. Like, okay, I don't.
I don't
I
think
don't. I
so.
think he would have been knocked but again, he is a boxer, so he's used to taking shits
Oh
stuff
my
to the shots to the
god.
face.
Oh my god. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I know. That was a little, what do you call it? Oh, the thing about Nevada, just so you know, I don't know if you knew this because I like boxing a lot. I don't watch it much anymore, but I like that. They're
Yeah,
very lenient in giving licenses to out to fight in their state. That's how
really.
Mike Tyson started to fight again. He was suspended in other states. Nobody wanted him. So Las Vegas or Nevada, whatever you want to call
Really.
it, they're very lenient that way. They let a lot of people. They don't care because you know why? They know you'll fill the arena. They don't care. It makes no difference to them. But there's other
Oh,
states you
especially
can't do that. New
guys
York
like
and
that.
stuff, they
Yeah,
won't let you do it. If you're like bad news or you're suspended, nah, they don't do it. Yeah. You,
that type
yeah.
of
You realize
bad news. Yeah,
all the
yeah.
body shots in that
A
were
lot of.
real. I did some homework on all this. All the body shots
Mm,
were real. Body shots,
did you?
not headshots. Body shots were all real. So everything
Still, yeah.
he took was for real. Everything he gave was for real. Um,
Really.
they
Yeah,
did
I believe
choreograph
it.
the headshots, but a few times he was saying there was a few times they choreographed wrong, and
Oh yeah,
he got whacked
it,
pretty good. Both of them did, yeah. So, but
it
there was
happens.
no
Yeah,
doubles. I had to go out of
yeah.
that to find this. I had to dig this up. There was no doubles, no body doubles. That was him the whole time. Yep, that's pretty impressive when you think about it. And here's one that
Yeah,
I
oh
got to
yeah.
read
No,
you.
it
This is
is.
from
Sure.
Fuqua. the guy that made it. This is, I quote,
Mm-hmm.
I watched him
Yeah.
vomit in the gym and almost pass out. Says Fuqua, I watched him take hits, gut shots in the ribs, get dropped. He took punches and was swollen for real. I watched it. If he would stop or drop, he'd keep going. I pushed Jake to the edge and he went right there with me. So, and then the last part, he added there was no stunt doubles. He shot every boxing scene himself. Not only was he really there, he was calling to do more. So that was pretty impressive by Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm very, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I
Yep.
agree. I mean, he's definitely
Yep.
he's definitely a great actor. I just don't think he gets he just doesn't get that
No, and you don't get that
type of
part. You
recognition.
got to get that part in the movie.
That's what it is. It's like he's not casted. You know, we watched what the hell we watched recently? He's not in Oppenheimer. He's not
exactly.
And if he's in Oppenheimer,
exactly.
he's
well,
not
look
the
at
main
Clint
character.
Eastwood. People don't realize Clint Eastwood did all those westerns, right? He was like a Rambo. That's all he was.
Mm-hmm.
He was like those guys. He got nothing until he got older and he did other movies, and that's when he won an Academy Award. So, yeah. So I mean,
the right role. Yeah.
That's the thing. He'll get there though. He'll get there. He's still pretty young. I think he's only 40. I think he's only 40 something. So he'll get
That's
there.
True.
But,
yeah. He's got to get in the
he's
Scorsese
still there,
movie,
Scorsese.
Right?
I saw him at the Golden Globe Awards.
I was going to talk to you.
Did
you watch some of that?
Because everybody's at the Golden Globes. Because it's not as...
What?
It is. Everybody's there.
Yeah, you're right. And a lot of the movies I just saw were nominated. Yeah. Like, you had Oppenheimer was up for stuff. I just watched Barbie not too long ago. That was up. The guys, I think Air was up for a Golden Globe. Because they had Ben and what's his face there.
No, they did. But they showed up. See,
at
the Academy Awards, a lot of those people won't show. They don't want nothing to do with it, you know? Robert Downey was there.
Yeah. Did you... Oh, yeah. He. But again, all Iron Mans, all Captain... He had to get in a good role, a good movie.
You're exactly right.
And he won a Golden Globe.
I agree.
It's nice to see him actually
win
an award. Did you hear the opening monologue with Joe Coy?
I heard he won't be back. He won't be back. I heard now.
You heard a bomb.
Not to get into it,
I
but
don't think so. Yeah.
All they do now in these things, like Joe Coy, he's Asian, okay? And I like what he said about that new movie, that what do you call it, Moon Rising, the Indian one. He says and they white people owned everything. Yeah, they did. Well, unfortunately, I'm not saying I agree with it. But that's what it was like. That was the history. We can't change history now. I get into this. I can't stand it. And then, how about when...
No, you're right.
I don't know if you've seen it when the kid from Walking Dead, the Chinese kid, and the black lady. And
yes, Glenn.
They did a couple of white jokes. Now, if I went up there, me and you, and did some black jokes, we would have been escorted outside the place, and probably our house would have been burned down. So that's why I love the way they beat. I know it doesn't bother me. I don't really care. But I love when they make fun of the whites now. That's all they can do now, see? And they get away with it. But you can't make fun of those people, so.
Yeah. It's I think with the whole Chris Rock and Witch Call It situation, I think they changed they changed it because they changed everything because the fact of that's normally what those first monologues are.
Oh, I know it's a joke. I have no problem with it.
It's a comedian.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's Jimmy Kimmel or whoever. Yeah. I like Joe Coy as a comedian. I think he's funny. I like his stand up. But and again he said he took the gig like 10 days before,
did he really? I didn't know
so
that.
he didn't have a lot of time to
Yeah.
prepare. That's what he said. Yeah. But again, I think it seemed like the overall everybody was on edge.
I agree with you.
You know, because it's like you don't know what he's going to say, or who he's going to take shots at. The joke, did you hear the joke he made about Taylor Swift?
Oh, I did too.
I thought that was hysterical because he's 100% right, but she just not a chuckle, not a.
I agree.
So, and like I said, unfortunately, they ruined it.
Yes.
I mean, Will Smith ruined it for everyone. But he was like, Oppenheimer needed another hour. I mean,
I know.
I mean, he said
Yeah,
Oppenheimer. It
that's a
needed
good
another
point.
hour. I
You're
mean, that's
right.
hysterical.
You're right. I know. I agree totally with you. You're right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What'd you say? It needed another.
But again, yeah.
It did.
Yeah. Nobody batted
It
an eye.
needed another hour. I agree with you. But you remember, like you just said, Jimmy Fallon, and we can go
I'm
way
not
back.
no,
Bob
I'm not
Hope
taking
used
the
to do
gig.
this and all
No.
these things. They did the same thing. They did all those jokes. Nobody.
Yeah.
That's the way it was.
No.
I know. But I think you're right. After the Chris Rock thing, it's kind of like, gotta be a little careful.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Oh, exactly. That's why nobody wants to do it. Whoopi used to do it. Nobody wants to do it.
All right.
That's why.
What else? What else you got on the movie?
I don't really blame him. In that sense, I don't. You can't even. Hey, you can't even kid around no more.
Yeah.
You can't. Well, I thought the court scenes that wasn't fun. Those are rough. Those are rough things. I've seen so many movies like that where they lose their child. You know what it reminded me of? Miss Doubtfire, where he loses his kids. Remember? It's hurtful. It's tough. It's tough. But they got to do the right thing. Unfortunately, he was a live wire. This guy. So I mean, he's yeah.
Oh, I know. And he was. I wrote it down, and he was away for 60 days. I mean, that's.
Well, think about it. You got a little girl now.
That's no. Well, and I wrote down one of the quotes. One of the girls says to the other girl, she's like, "Is that your dad?" And she goes, "I don't know."
That's not a good one.
I was like, "Oh,
shit. It is definitely."
That's rough, huh?
This actually does depict a form. Let me just read it to you. And I know this guy. Although the storyline depicts a particular sequence of a boxer suffering significant losses, both literally and literal, whatever that means, that word, but Billy Hope's character resembles that of former Canadian heavyweight champion George Chuvalo, and his post-boxing life struggles towards coping with several familiar tragedies and turmoil. George Chuvalo fought Muhammad Ali back in the 70s. Yeah. He was a bruiser, a bruiser fight, but he used to get hit a lot, like Gyllenhaal did. But yeah, I remember George Chuvalo, good fighter, but he used to get he lost most of the time when he fought, but he had a lot of problems.
I saw that too, and I didn't want to. I didn't. Yeah, it is. I didn't really know how true it was or not, but I mean, all we go through. It's like anything else. Us as people go through stages, and we go through. We all have stuff and demons, and then. And then you have to throw sometimes you have addiction on top of it, getting addicted to painkillers and stuff.
It's a tough gig.
It's a tough gig.
I like the way he gets the job in the gym and learns how to be a defensive boxer, and use his right hand more. Remember, he's a lefty, he's a southpaw. Yeah. He used to use the right hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess that was they were saying about Eminem is that because Eminem's a lefty. So I guess it would have made more sense.
Okay, yeah, southpaw, like a pitcher.
I guess because it's southpaw or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes. But yeah, no, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of the training montages and
how about those strings?
The little hole in the wall gym. That was pretty
cool. They do that in one of the Rockies.
That was cool.
One of the Rockies.
Yeah,
they do that. I think Apollo Creed does it with Rocky. Really? One of the movies.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. How about Hope was on his mouthpiece?
Gotcha.
That's cool in the beginning of the movie. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yep, nice. How about when he finds out the kid died?
That's a shame.
The kid he was mentoring, Hoppy.
What did he get? Was it a shooting? Was it?
Yeah, I think the father
the
father shot him or something like that.
Yes.
There was an argument between his mother and father, and his father shot him or something like that. It's hard. It's like I said, it happens with kids, and that
I know.
Upbringing is awful, and you try to give them something to take their frustration out.
Oh, I know. I know.
Helps, but at the same time, it's.
But it was a nice. We're getting into the near the end here. It was a nice ending. Nice ending. That was a good fight. Oh, how he fought the guy for the charity. I thought that was pretty cool. Inside the church there.
I like that too.
They fought in churches, but I guess they
inside the church.
But It was a charity thing, but that was cool. I
Neither did
like
I.
that. And then when he does the getting
Yeah.
back into the movie, when he does the he does that little thing. He didn't really want to do it. The little charity thing where he talks about remember he says I don't want to do this. He says he makes that speech there too. So remember, think about
Yeah.
it. That's that whole
Mm-hmm.
scenario. He doesn't make that speech. He's never out there. She never dies, and the whole movie's a bust. Yeah, yeah. But and then he gives
I
the
know.
belt to
Yeah. No, you're right. Absolutely
uh,
right.
Forrest Whitaker. That's good. That was cool. Yeah, that was
Yes,
really
I
nice
know that. I
shit.
thought that was nice. Yeah. No, like I said, I like ended. It
Yeah,
was
that
nice
was
how it
really
ended
nice.
with the
Yeah,
daughter,
that was really cool.
and you know,
But I wish, like I said, I wish I could have seen. I
um,
wish Rachel McAdams would have been in it longer, but it wasn't meant to be that way. Yeah, don't we all? That was
and we all,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
but all
No, that's
right, we're
about it.
pretty
I mean,
much
there's a
getting toward
few
the
other
end. Anything
people in
else
it
you
that were
want
in it. I mean, Naomi Harris, I think, played the lady from the school, right? That
Yeah, I thought it was weird how she showed
I
up
was kind of, I was
to
no,
the
I wasn't
boxing
surprised,
event
believe
in
it or not. I thought she
Vegas.
was gonna. I thought they were gonna hook up actually myself, but yeah, yeah,
Oh,
she
you
was
think?
very good in
Yeah, it
that.
could have
And
been. Yeah,
everybody else that played those other parts, the bit parts, the boxers and stuff. I think there was a couple of real boxers in there. I'm not positive, but a couple of real guys to make him look better, in the
yeah,
movie. So, but yeah, but yeah, it was good though.
yeah. Gotcha.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
All right, we'll get into the ratings then.
Yeah, which I didn't think
IMDb
that was
gave it a
that bad of a
seven point
score. I
three.
mean,
Um, no, and I'm looking at the last few boxing movies we had. So we did Raging Bull. We ranked that. Let's see here, Raging Bull.
okay.
7, and a 7. You gave it a 7, and I think we
We'll
did
do
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Yeah,
Was it? Do you
Cinderella
have
was a
it
good
there?
movie. Um,
Yeah, that was a good movie.
yeah, 9
That's a
3.
very good. Plus, it's based on a. You know what Linda said? She made a good
Yes, I
point on this.
agree.
If this was based on a true story, or maybe you just said that. I'm sorry. Maybe if it was based on a true story, I think it probably would have got a little bit more. You know,
Yeah, it wasn't. I kind
no,
of
it
I
wasn't.
kind of thought it
Yeah.
was, but yeah, it wasn't.
All right. Um, I'll go
Um,
if you want. The boxing guy.
yeah,
All
you're
right.
the boxing
Well,
guy. Go
I
ahead.
like the I like the cast. A very small cast, but I mean it's a boxing movie. I mean you're not gonna have that many people.
Yes.
I like the cast. Did a nice job with
Mm,
everything. Never really slowed down that much. It was a lot of stuff. Always something going on. I mean, and plus, um, 2 hours wasn't
yeah,
bad. It's
I
good for a
agree.
movie. It's no better. Uh, the scenes were good and all that.
Yeah, it was
I'm gonna
okay.
give
Yeah.
it a 7.5. I'm gonna go a couple more than IMDb. I can't go too far with it because, like you said, I think there was a little bit missing here and there. Um, and like you said, Forrest Whitaker too. I
Yeah.
waiting 52
Hmm.
minutes to put him in the movie. I thought was a little bit too long, but
I think it was very. I think it was,
yeah.
and again, I think it was very too long,
Eggs.
considering you killed off
So
Rachel
now it's just
McAdams
Jake Gyllenhaal.
like pretty
That
early
was
in
it.
the movie.
He had to carry it. Yep.
Now it's just, yeah. So and again, we've talked about it. He's just not that type of guy. I mean, he did a great
Right.
job. Don't get me wrong. The actions was
It
great.
was. It was.
The training montages were awesome. But it just lacked that little something to kind of make it great. And I think
Yep.
bringing
I
the
agree
Forrest Whitaker
totally.
in a
I
lot
agree
sooner,
totally.
I think would have helped. So
Okay,
yeah,
so an
I'm
even
gonna
seven
give it
then.
a 7.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think that's an even 7. Yeah, like I said, if it's hard to say because like I said, if Raging Bill or Southpaw's on, I might put on Southpaw
Right. Right. I agree.
just because it is a newer movie. Um, but yeah,
One
no,
thing,
I
it did
think
like
it's
100, almost 100 million,
where
so
it
that wasn't bad.
lies.
That was not bad for 2015. It's not bad. I mean,
No, it did. No,
considering,
it didn't.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But no, overall, I liked it. It's a good movie.
Oh, I know.
It
Yeah.
keeps you, you learn, you watch a lot of different things in it. So,
Keeps you entertained.
they had to throw it all in 2 hours, So, but yeah. But that was it. That was the only thing I thought. Oh, Forrest Whitaker could have been in a little longer. So,
Yeah.
but that's it.
Yes, I agree. All right. So I didn't really put up a poll. Um, so we have a few weeks lined up where we already kind of know our movies. So we're gonna do the
That'll be a good
color.
one.
What did I say? The Color of Money. Let me make sure I got the right one. That's what I said. Yes, the Color of Money. So
Yep.
we were gonna do that a few weeks ago, but we
The
did which
Hustler, and
call
this
first?
is
What's
going to be
the
the
movie?
second one.
The Hustler.
Actually has.
So this is a sequel. That's kind of why I figured we watch it too. So that way, because we don't get to this movie,
No,
months
I
from
know.
now, we
And
kind
Paul
of
Newman
forgot
will be
about
in
the
this one too.
Hustler.
So, yes, yep. Tom Cruise.
Paul Newman's in this one. Tom Cruise is in this one. I think this one's going to be better, but I think again, I think
I
it's
agree
also
totally with you.
sign of the
Yep.
times because
What, 60 something?
the Hustler, it came out in
60 something, right? Wow, I was 61, huh?
61.
That's 80.
61, and The Color of Money has to be. I would even say
okay. 86. Yeah, I was 25.
86.
Yeah.
So I mean, over 25.
Yeah, and I was 25
years difference.
Yeah, I was 25.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
You were 25?
Yeah, that's the year my that's the year my not to get anybody down here.
Wow.
That was the year my dad died, so he was 60. He was 68, but that's a long time ago. But yeah, so that should be good. That Color of Money should be good.
Yeah, that should be good. That should be interesting. Anyways, that's all we got for this episode. Wish my Packer boys good luck.
Because I hate Dallas anyways, but
are you rooting for them?
Linda don't want you to win, but that's okay. I don't care who wins the game. I don't like Dallas at all. So.
No, I know.
Whatever. We'll see what happens. We have no control of it anyway, so
yeah,
it should be interesting. If your team
should be
interesting. It should be a good game.
Yes.
Well, good luck with all your other things you did on there.
I hope so.
Your bets, yeah. Good luck.
My bets, yeah. I'll let you know. Yeah. I know I picked real quick. I picked the Browns and Packers to win the conferences. I did like a $5 bet, and the payout was like 2,600 or something.
Hoping the Lions would maybe fall apart a little bit.
You know as well as I is you just got to get hot the right moment. Right?
The real quick. When C.J. Stroud came to the Meadowlands, Houston, right? When he came to Houston and played the Jets, it's funny how the Jets, it's a weird season they had. They destroyed Houston. They beat the Eagles. But there you go. But that's that.
Yeah. Your Jets are a whole, I don't know, a whole team.
They never showed up.
They had games where they killed people, and it was like a different team.
So.
Yeah, no, they're right. It's like a different team. But
that'll do it.
All right, sounds good. Anything else you got before we go? All right, that's the ball game.